Hello and good morning, students. Today I'll start with entrepreneurship. I was taking business studies, but from today Poonam ma'am will be taking your business studies classes and I'll be taking your entrepreneurship classes. And today we'll start with chapter 2 and the name is, and once again I'm saying please take out your exercise books, that is your entrepreneurship copies. And today we'll start with the second chapter, that is entrepreneurial planning. This is chapter 2 and the name is Entrepreneurial Planning. What is the name? The name is Entrepreneurial Planning. Understood? In the first chapter you must have discussed about what are the different business opportunities available in the market, what are the different ideas from where the ideas you can get, like your problems, innovations, competition. These are the places where you can, these are the emerging ideas, the places where you get ideas. Understood? And then we saw the process, how an opportunity is converted into a business enterprise. Understood? By needs, by applying needs, problems. There are needs and problems in the market. Let's take this. There are needs and problems. There are needs and problems in the market, and then what you apply is creative solutions. To this needs and problems you are applying your creative solution, and then you get a business enterprise. And then you get a business enterprise. So you must have read about this in first chapter. There are needs and problems. You apply your creative solutions to this needs and problems, and then you get a business opportunity. Is it clear? Is it clear? Understood? But today we are going to study entrepreneurial planning. And what are we going to study in this entrepreneurial planning is what are the different forms of business opportunities, what are different forms of business options available to the entrepreneurs. In the first chapter we saw how an idea is emerged. Now it depends on the entrepreneurs in which type of business does this entrepreneur wants to get involved with. Understood? But before starting this, I want to deal with one topic, that is human activity. Human activity. Please write this down in your exercise book. Human activity. What do you mean by the word human activity? Write this down. Human activity. Now see, we as human beings, we are doing certain types of activities. What are we doing? In our daily lives, we are doing certain types of activities. And these activities are classified in two parts. I'm repeating it again. We as human beings, we are human beings. What are we? We are human beings. Understood? We are human beings. And our activities, and daily, on a daily basis, on a daily running of our life, we are doing activities. And these activities are categorized in two categories. Understood? How many parts? Two parts. Number one is, this you all have done in class 11 also, in business studies chapter. Number one is your economic activity, and number two is your non-economic activity. What is number one? Number one is your economic activity, and number two is your non-economic activity. Write this down in your exercise books. I am repeating this again. Number one is your economic activity, and number two is your non-economic activity. So we as human beings are doing daily activities in our daily lives, and these activities are categorized as two categories. Number one is economic. Write this down. Human activities. Number one is economic, and number two is non-economic activities. Understood? Is it clear? Now we'll deal with this one by one. Now what is economic and what is non-economic? Any activity, write this down in your copy, any activity which we are doing and expecting money in return. What are we expecting? Money in return. So in economic activity, we are expecting money in return. What are we expecting? Money in return. Understood? What are we expecting? money in return. But in non-economic activity, no returns. In non-economic activity, there are no returns, no matter it's money or anything, neither financial, not social, nothing. We get no returns. Any activity which we are doing and expecting no returns, nothing. We don't want anything. We don't want anything. Understood? So that will be non-economic activity. But economic activity, any activity which you are performing and expecting money, something in return which you are expecting, something you want. Any activity that you are performing, you want money in return, that will be your economic activity. Understood? Write this down. I'll go to the comment section again and see if you are having doubt. So I'm repeating this again. In this chapter, we will deal about the different business options where an entrepreneur can start their business. Because in first chapter we saw what are the different, from where does an entrepreneur get business opportunity, from where does the idea comes out to an entrepreneur. And in this chapter we will deal what are the different business opportunities available to the entrepreneurs. Understood? Different forms of business opportunity. But before that, we'll start with this topic, human activity. So this human activity, they have two parts. Any activity that we are doing, it's categorized in two parts. Number one is economic and number two is non-economic. So economic, what I said, any activity which you are doing in return, in expecting return, and you're expecting money in return, that will be your economic. And non-economic, you don't expect any return, you don't want any return. Understood? Please copy this down. Yeah, hi everyone, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Copy this down everyone. And if you have any doubt, let me know. Copy this down. Respect. Yes, Prince, I will come back to that point. You are saying that we expect respect. I will come back to that point, what you are saying. Understood? Yes, good. Yes, good. I'll come back to that point, what you are saying, Prince. Okay, now let's see what are the different economic and non-economic activities. As I said, in economic activities, you are expecting money in return. And in non-economic activity, you are not expecting anything in return. Now let's take an example. Suppose there must be a maid working at your place, a servant or a maid. Now let's take an example that maid or servant is coming to your house every day and he or she is working at your place. Understood? And the same maid, let's take the same maid is going to his or her own place and working. Now tell me, out of these two cases, which will be economic and which will be non-economic. I am repeating it again. Suppose a person, a maid or a servant is working at your place and you are giving money. Why? Because he or she is working at your place. And the same maid is going back to her or his own house and he or she is looking after his or her own house. Now out of these two cases, which one will be economic and which one will be non-economic? Please comment which one will be economic and which one will be non-economic. Yes, of course, the first case will be economic. Why? Because the maid or the servant is expecting money in return. Why? Because he or she is going to your place and working. He or she is giving time. So what is he expecting? Money in return. But the same person, when he or she is going at his or her own house, he or she will not take any money. That person will not charge any money. Understood? That person will not charge any money from his or her children or husband. Let's take an example. So the first case will be economic. Why? Because that person is expecting money in return. And in the second case will be non-economic activity. Another example I am giving, write this down, write these examples. A milkman. A milkman is selling milk to different houses. Case 1. Case 2 is the same milkman is giving milk to his own house. Case 1 is a milkman is selling milk to different houses. Case 2 is the same milkman is giving milk to his own house. Which one will be economic and which one will be non-economic? Of course, case 1. Why? Because when he is selling milk, he is expecting money in return from other places. But when he's giving milk to his own house, then he is not expecting money in return. Understood? So through this we can conclude, non-economic activity is done out of love, out of care, charity, social, so sympathy. So because of all these reasons, as Prince was saying, Prince Yadav, you were saying you want social respect. It's not only that because of respect you are doing. Why? Because let's take an example, you are going to a mandir. You are going to a mandir and donating that some amount of money. You are donating some amount of money in mandir, masjid, temple, church, any place. So are you doing to gain respect? Are you doing it to gain respect? No, you are not doing it to gain respect. You are doing it for charity purpose. You are doing out of your social responsibility. Understood? As Prince said, Prince is saying that you are doing it for respect. It's not always respect. Why you are doing? Because of charity. You want to help those people who are looking after the church, who are looking after the mandir. Understood? So, like your love. Love, how can it be love? Like your parents. Your parents are looking after you. Are they charging money from you? They are paying your tuition fees. They are looking after your lunch, dinner, your everyday daily expenses, your food, everything they are looking after. Are they charging money? No. Why? Because that is done out of love, out of care. Understood? Is it clear? So any activity which you are doing out of love, out of care, you are doing charity, helping poor people. Like in today's scenario, we are seeing that many NGOs, they are going and giving ration kits to poor people. They are giving ration kits like rice, dal, atta, chawal. They are giving to poor people. Are they expecting that the poor people will also give them? No, they are not expecting. So, any activity which you are doing out of love, care, charity, social responsibility and your sympathy, out of sympathy, you are feeling bad for the person and you are helping them out. That will be your non-economic activity. Write this down. If you have any problem, just comment. I'll go to the comment section once. Yes, Ayan, you are correct. Chef cooking, why? Because the chef is expecting money. He's giving his time. But the same chef, if the chef is working at his house and cooking for his children and his wife, will he charge money? No, he will not charge money. But the chef working in a hotel and cooking for other people will be economic. And the same chef cooking at her own house for children and for her wife, his wife, or let's say anyone, that will be non-economic. Why? Because the chef is doing out of love and out of care. Understood, Ayan? Is it clear, Ayan? I hope I've made myself clear. Is it clear? Okay, good. Now I'll continue with the topic. Understood? So now I hope this non-economic activity is clear. I hope I have made myself clear. Now I'll go to this economic activity. So as I was talking about, any activity which you are doing and expecting money in return. First of all, please copy this down. Copy this down. Your non-economic activity. Why you are doing non-economic activity? Understood. Now let's go to economic activity. So as I said, any activity which you are doing and expecting money in return. So what are you expecting? You are expecting money in return. Is it clear? Copy this down. You are expecting money in return. Now this economic activity, first of all, write the definition. Any activity performed by human being in which the person is expecting money in return. In which the person is expecting money in return. That will be termed as economic activity. Clear? Now let's take the types of economic activity. There are basically 3 types of economic activity. Number 1 is your business. Number 2 is your profession. And number 3 is your employment. So, the 3 types of economic activity are business, profession and employment. Clear? Write this down. The 3 types, I'll deal with this one by one. One by one I'll deal with this. I'll deal with each and every topic. Business, profession and employment. I'll deal with each and every topic. Firstly, write this down. Business, profession and employment. Write this down. Business, profession and employment. Copy this. I'll rub the boards within 2 minutes. I'll go to the comment section again. I'll rub the board in 2 minutes. Just copy this down fast. Business, profession and employment, and write this down. I'll start with each and every topic. Fast. Copy it. Good. So, done, sir. Good. So, I'll rub the board, okay? So, I'll rub these and I'll start with each and every topic. Business, profession and employment. Firstly, I'll start with business. So, I hope you all are studying, and this is not the time to fool around. Like many students are thinking that this is the time we should just have fun and have summer holidays. For the first time in life, I guess you are having so much like long staying back at home and not coming to school. So this is not the time to have fun. Situation is such that we cannot like come down to school. So we have to sit back at home and study. And very soon, we all like teachers, students will be meeting very soon, like in school, as all these things like lockdown and all it ends up. So we'll be meeting soon. But before that, situations are such. So just coordinate with the teacher, each and every teacher, and study. Sit back at home and study. Is it clear? Yes. So we'll start with the topic, that is business. The topic is business. So what is business? First of all, what is business? In class 11 also you must have done. Class 11 also you must have done. I'll start with a short example. Let's take an example, it's business or not. Suppose few of your friends, you bought few clothes. Suppose you bought a jeans for yourself, and after 2 days you are seeing that you are not liking that jeans. Now what you did, you told your friend, I have bought this new jeans, I am not liking it. I bought this for 2000 rupees. You can take it for something 2000 or something like this. So now tell me, will it be termed as business? You bought a jeans, you are not liking it, and you told your friend or anyone that you take it since this is new. I am selling this to you. Will it be termed as business? Yes or no? You will get to know through the definition. Yes or no? You will get to know through this definition. Write down the definition fast. Write down the definition. So business is buying and selling of goods and services. Write down the definition. Buying and selling of goods and services on regular basis. On regular basis with the motive of earning, profit. So what is, there are 4 points which are important, 3 or 4 points which are important that you have to know about business. First of all, it is buying and selling. You are buying and you are selling. As I said, you bought something, like you suppose you got a new jeans and you sold it to your friend. But will it be a business? No, it will not be a business. Why? Because you have to buy and sell goods and services on regular basis. This is important. On regular, you have to do daily dealings. It's not just one time you bought jeans, you sold it, then after 1 month you are going again buying jeans, not liking it and selling it. That will not be business. Why? Because you are not doing it regularly. For business to take place or for business to happen, buying and selling should be done regularly on daily basis. You're purchasing a good, you're selling it, or you're purchasing a service, you are selling it. Understood? So buying and selling. I'm underlining with blue ink. These lines are important. Buying and selling of goods and services. Buying and selling of goods and services on regular basis. Now it can happen that you are buying a good for rupees, let's take 2000, and selling the same good to someone poorer. Let's take an example for 1500 or something less than 2000. So are you getting profit? No, you are not getting profit. No doubt, you are buying and selling, you are doing it on regular basis, but are you getting profit? No. Then that also will not be termed as business. So for business to take place, three things are important. Three things. Remember three things. Buying and selling on regular basis, and the last is for profit. For profit. So three things are important. This is number one. Buying and selling. Number two is regular basis, and number three is profit. Understood? Repeating it again. Buying and selling. Number one. Then on regular basis. Number two. And for profit is number three. So this is the definition of business. Very easy to learn. Very easy to learn. I've numbered it even. This is number one. Buying and selling of goods and services on regular basis with the motive of earning profit. 1, 2 and 3. Copy this down fast. Copy this. And then I'll start with profession. Copied. I hope you all have copied. Siddhi, Riddhi, Simran Das. Good Simran Das, you are studying. I am happy to see, Simran, that you are studying. Good. Nice. Good. Chalo. So next we'll start with profession. Understood? Good. And I hope all other subjects also you are studying nicely. Understood? This is the time actually you should utilize it. Not only like studies is okay, it's going on, but like some other activities in which you are good at. Like bring out those talents. You're just sitting back at home and playing PUBG, like many boys are busy playing PUBG, busy in phone, watching YouTube, and many students are taking this as an advantage that cell phones will always be with us. Don't take this as an advantage. Just bring out your inner talent. See what you're good at. Like girls, no matter girls, boys, start new like recipes, cooking, go for cooking, or any new talent which you have, painting, art, anything. This is the time you can utilize and just bring out your new talents which you have. Understood? So, next is your profession. Clear? This is profession. Now what is profession? Understood? Write this down. Occupation and what is it? An occupation in which one professes to have acquired specialized knowledge. So what is profession and occupation? First of all, what is a profession? It is an occupation. What is occupation? And obviously it is an economic activity, and occupation, which means you are working and getting money. You are working and getting money. Understood? So it is an occupation in which one professes to have acquired specialized knowledge. Let's take an example, the lawyer. So to become a lawyer, there is a certain degree. Like LLB, LLM. Another example is doctor. So to become a doctor, you have to go through MBBS, then MD, then FRMCS. There are many other degrees for becoming a doctor. Like teachers. For becoming a teacher, you have to go through B.Ed. And then for becoming a professor, you have to qualify NET, PhD. All these are there. So profession is all about where you have a certain degree of, you have to acquire certain degree of knowledge to reach that or to become that professional. Understood? Like an example I gave, engineer. Let's take an example, engineer. A normal graduate cannot become an engineer. Same as a normal graduate cannot become a lawyer. Same, a normal graduate cannot become a doctor. So to become a doctor, you have to go through MBBS, MD. So there is a certain degree. To call yourself a doctor, then you have to go through this degree. To call yourself a lawyer, you have to go through LLB, LLM. So to become that professional, a certain professional, you have to acquire or profess. You have to profess and acquire a specialized knowledge. Let's take an example. After 12, there are many students, they are saying, I will go for CA. I will go for chartered accountant. So to go for chartered accountant, for that you have to give you the foundation course, that is CPT. Understood? Then IPCC intermediate, then IPCC finals. Understood? And then only you will be known as a chartered accountant. Just by doing your graduation, you cannot be known as a CA. So there is a certain degree to call yourself a CA. Understood? So what is profession? You have to become that professional, you have to acquire a certain degree of knowledge. You have to profess to have acquired specialized knowledge. Clear? Copy this down. Example you can give: doctors, lawyers, teachers, engineers. Copy this down. Yes, go. Yes, Simran Das. These are like, yes, profession is an economic activity. Of course, we are doing different types of economic activity. Business is first, profession is second. And yes, Simran Das, this topic is of course similar. So we are doing a quick revision. Profession and employment is not much elaborate, but business, different forms of business, we have to study it more nicely. So profession and employment is just for your knowledge sake. Understood? Good. Okay. So now let's go to the next topic, that is employment. Last topic, 5 minutes I will take. Just 5 minutes. Last topic, that is employment. Okay. Last topic, that is employment. So what is employment? Simple. Next topic, write this down: employment. So what is employment? Simple. When you are working under someone. Write this down. An activity. It is an activity. And which activity? Economic or non-economic? Of course, economic activity. In which an individual works regularly for others and get remuneration in return. So what is employment? Simple, as I said, an activity in which an individual, let's take an example, you are working, like suppose you have completed your graduation, masters and everything, you have completed your MBA, everything, and you have got a job in Reliance Industries Limited, RIL, Reliance Industries Limited. So you are working under whom? You are an individual and you are working for others. Who is that other? RIL, Reliance Industries Limited, and you are getting every month, what are you getting? You are getting remuneration. Remuneration means your salary. Understood? So when you are working for someone else, you are giving your time, you are giving your hard work for that person, for their company, not for yourself, but for their company. You are working hard, you are giving time. Understood? So you are getting what in return? That is salary. And there are two persons involved. Number one is employer and number two is employee. Employer and employee. You are the employee. When you are working under someone, you are the employee, and the person, the organization, the owner will be the employer. The person under whom you're working, the person under whom you're working will be the employer and employed. Understood? Let's take an example. Suppose many of our parents are into government sector, into railway. Many of the parents, they are into government sector, into railway or many other places. So the person who are working under the government is the employer, the government is the employer, and your parents or anyone who's working under the government is the employee. Understood? So employment is when you're working under someone for others and you are getting salary in return, you are getting remuneration in return. So that will be termed as employment. And there are two persons involved, employer and employee. Clear? So the person under whom you are working is employer and you will be employed. Clear? Copy this down. So by this we will end today's topic, and tomorrow we'll continue with this chapter, entrepreneurial planning. Copy this down. Any doubt, just let me know. Yes, good Sashwata. They satisfy the employer. Yes, of course. As I said, you are not working for your organization, but you are working for someone else. You are working for the benefit of them. So you are getting salary in return or remuneration in return. Is it clear? So I hope all have understood this topic, and tomorrow we'll continue with this chapter. Good Siddhi. And I'm not saying Riddhi. I guess Riddhi is not interested in studying. Siddhi is just interested. Riddhi is not interested. Good Simran, that you're studying. And yes, Shashwata, I am happy that you are changing and not repeating yourself like class 11. Good Shashwata. Good Ankita. Okay then, have a good day. God bless.